In an extraordinary journey through time, we explore 20 monumental works of literature and documentation that have indelibly shaped human civilization. Each one has echoed through the centuries, altering our understanding of society, politics, science, and philosophy. Number 1. The Epic of Gilgamesh. Dating back to ancient Mesopotamia around 2100 BC, the Epic of Gilgamesh is often regarded as the earliest surviving great work of literature. It's a compelling epic poem that tells the story of Gilgamesh, the king of Uruk, and his quest for immortality. The narrative confronts timeless human issues such as friendship, the fear of death, and the vain pursuit of immortality. The Epic of Gilgamesh also provides valuable insights into early human society. For instance, it presents the role of kingship in the ancient city of Uruk and demonstrates the attitudes towards the gods and the afterlife. Furthermore, it offers one of the earliest accounts of the Great Flood, a story that appears in later works, including the Bible. The Epic of Gilgamesh is not just a cornerstone of ancient literature, but is also a significant historical document. It gives us a glimpse into the social structure, cultural norms, and religious beliefs of ancient Mesopotamia. More than being a narrative about the exploits of a heroic king, it echoes the human desire for understanding life and achieving immortality. Number 2. The Torah. The Torah, the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, is one of the most influential works in human history. Its significance cannot be overstated as it forms the basis of Jewish law and tradition, and also has profound influence in Christianity and Islam. Written over a span of centuries, the Torah consists of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Each book in the Torah provides narratives, laws, and ethical teachings that have shaped religious and societal norms across the world. From the story of creation and the fall in Genesis to the Exodus narrative of liberation from slavery, these stories have embedded themselves deeply in human consciousness. Furthermore, the ethical laws and commandments presented in the Torah, including the 10 Commandments, have shaped societal moral frameworks and legal systems worldwide. The influence of the Torah extends beyond religion and ethics. It has impacted literature, art, philosophy, and even politics. Many subsequent works, both religious and secular, have drawn upon its narratives, values, and themes. The stories it contains are universal in their appeal, dealing with human nature, societal issues, and the relationship between humanity and the divine. Despite the vast changes in society since its inception, the Torah remains a vital part of global culture, influencing how we understand and interact with the world. Number 3. The Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer. Homer's 2 epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, are cornerstones of Western literature. Composed in ancient Greece during the 8th century BC, they've had an immense influence on Western culture and literary tradition. The Iliad, set during the Trojan War, explores themes of heroism, fate, and the wrath of the gods. It's not merely a war story, but an exploration of the human condition, portraying the consequences of pride, anger, and revenge. Its primary hero, Achilles, has become a universal symbol of heroism and martial valor. The Odyssey, on the other hand, follows the journey of Odysseus as he attempts to return home after the Trojan War. This epic portrays a wide range of human experiences and emotions, from the loyalty of Penelope to the cunning of Odysseus and the nurturing kindness of the goddess Athena. Its influence on later works is undeniable, setting the template for the hero's journey, a narrative archetype prevalent in modern literature and film. These epic poems not only provide a window into ancient Greek culture, with its pantheon of gods and social norms, but also continue to offer moral and philosophical lessons that resonate even in the modern era. Both epics continue to be studied and admired for their intricate narrative techniques, vivid characterizations, and exploration of universal themes. Number 4. The Analects by Confucius. The Analects, a compilation of teachings and ideas attributed to Confucius, is a cornerstone of Chinese philosophy and ethical thought. It's a collection of dialogues, observations, and aphorisms that serve as a guide for moral conduct, family relationships, social order, and governance. The Analects revolve around the central idea of Ren, or benevolence, with Confucius advocating for a moral life centered around respect for others, social harmony, and virtuous leadership. These principles form the core of Confucian philosophy, and have been integral in shaping the societal and cultural norms of East Asian societies. Confucius's teachings, as recorded in the Analects, also emphasize the importance of education and self-cultivation. His doctrine of the Junzi, or the superior man, stresses moral integrity, diligence, and lifelong learning. The Analects have not only influenced personal ethics and societal structures, but have also played a significant role in the development of educational systems in East Asia. Though formulated in the context of ancient Chinese society, the Analects' teachings on ethical conduct, familial respect, and benevolent leadership have universal applicability. Its influence extends beyond the boundaries of China, reaching global consciousness through its profound ethical insights and moral guidance. The Analects remain a highly respected work of philosophical thought, and Confucius's teachings continue to resonate in our contemporary world. Number 5. The Republic by Plato. Plato's The Republic, a philosophical dialogue written around 375 BC, is one of the most influential works in the history of ideas. Its main theme is justice, both at an individual level and within the state, and it presents a vision of an ideal society ruled by philosopher kings who are guided by wisdom and reason. The Republic covers a broad range of topics, including politics, education, psychology, and the nature of reality. It introduces the theory of forms, one of Plato's central philosophical ideas, proposing that the tangible world is only a reflection of a higher, unchanging reality. Additionally, the Republic contains the allegory of the cave, an enduring metaphor about human perception and the quest for knowledge. This work has left an indelible mark on Western philosophical and political thought. Its discussions on the nature of justice, the value of education, the roles and responsibilities of rulers, and the ideal organization of society have influenced various aspects of Western civilization, from education systems to political theories. Moreover, the Republic's exploration of metaphysics and epistemology have shaped philosophical discourse and continue to inspire philosophical inquiry. This work's influence can be seen in the writings of many philosophers, scholars, and thinkers throughout history and up to the present day. Number 6. The Bible. The Bible, a compilation of sacred texts in Judaism and Christianity, is undoubtedly one of the most influential works in human history. Comprising the Old and New Testaments, the Bible encapsulates a wide range of literary genres, including historical narratives, laws, prophetic oracles, poetry, wisdom literature, and apocalyptic writings. Its narratives, from the Genesis creation account to the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, have shaped the religious beliefs, ethical systems, and cultural practices of billions of people. The moral principles it embodies, such as love, justice, and mercy, have deeply influenced ethical thought and human law. The Bible's impact is not confined to the religious sphere. It has significantly influenced literature, art, music, and even political discourse. Its stories and characters have become deeply ingrained in global culture, referenced and reinterpreted in countless literary and artistic works. Moreover, its themes and teachings have been interpreted in myriad ways, leading to the formation of numerous denominations within Christianity. Despite its origins in the ancient Near East, the Bible continues to be widely read and studied today. It's revered as a sacred text by billions, and its teachings and stories resonate with a broad spectrum of human experiences and spiritual aspirations. Its influence on religious, cultural, and intellectual landscapes is profound, pervading every facet of human life. Number 7. The Quran. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, is an influential religious text with profound impact on the world. Regarded by Muslims as the Word of God as revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, the Quran provides a comprehensive guide to life, encompassing spiritual, moral, social, and legal aspects. Consisting of 114 chapters, or surahs, the Quran covers a wide range of themes including theology, morality, law, guidance for personal conduct, social issues, and a deep sense of spirituality. It offers insights into the nature of God, or Allah, the responsibilities of humans, the concept of life after death, and the path to righteous living. The influence of the Quran extends beyond religious observance. It has greatly shaped law and governance in many parts of the world, with its teachings forming the basis for Sharia, the Islamic law. Its themes and teachings have also influenced literature, art, and philosophy. The Quran's rich, poetic language has contributed significantly to Arabic literature and language. Furthermore, its emphasis on knowledge and learning has encouraged scientific exploration and discovery throughout Islamic history. Despite being more than a millennium old, the Quran remains central to the lives of Muslims worldwide. Its guidance continues to be sought in matters of faith, life, and society, and it is viewed as a source of spiritual comfort and enlightenment. Its universal messages have transcended time and geography, continuing to resonate with people around the globe. Number 8. The Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, Latin for Great Charter, is a foundational document in the history of constitutional law. Issued in 1215 in England, it set out to limit the powers of the king and protect the rights of the nobility, marking a significant step toward constitutional governance. The Magna Carta contains 63 clauses that cover a range of topics, including the administration of justice, the rights of the church, and the liberties of the king's subjects. Its most enduring principle is the concept of rule of law, asserting that everyone, including the monarch, is subject to the law. This principle has profoundly influenced legal systems around the world, laying the groundwork for the constitutional law. Notably, the Magna Carta's clause stating that no free man shall be imprisoned without the lawful judgment of his peers has evolved into the right to trial by jury, a cornerstone of modern legal systems. Additionally, its insistence on the fair and just application of laws has contributed to the development of due process. The Magna Carta has been referred to in numerous legal cases and political debates over the centuries, underpinning the argument for individual rights and liberties. Despite many of its specific provisions becoming outdated, its fundamental principles remain relevant. In essence, the Magna Carta signifies the idea that power should be restrained by law and that individuals possess inherent rights. It is a symbol of liberty and justice, an enduring testament to the enduring struggle for human rights and equality under the law. Number 9. The Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri. The Divine Comedy, penned by Dante Alighieri in the early 14th century, is a masterwork of Italian literature and one of the most important works of world literature. This epic poem, composed of 3 parts, Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso, follows Dante's allegorical journey through hell, purgatory, and heaven. The Divine Comedy blends theological, philosophical, and historical elements into a profound exploration of human nature, morality, and the afterlife. Dante's vivid depictions of the torments of hell, the trials of purgatory, and the joys of heaven delve into the consequences of human actions and the ultimate quest for salvation. Furthermore, Dante's use of the vernacular Italian in the Divine Comedy significantly contributed to the establishment of Italian as a literary language. Today, the Divine Comedy remains a pivotal work that continues to fascinate readers with its poetic beauty, narrative intensity, and profound exploration of good and evil. Number 10. The Prince by Niccolò Machiavelli. The Prince, written by Niccolò Machiavelli in the early 16th century, is a seminal work in political theory and one of the most influential books in Western history. This treatise on political power and leadership presents pragmatic, often controversial advice to rulers on how to maintain their power. Machiavelli, in The Prince, departs from the idealistic views of governance prevalent in his time. He insists that rulers must be willing to set aside moral considerations and act ruthlessly when necessary to maintain their power. This realistic, even cynical approach to politics has been interpreted as advocating for a form of ends justify the means philosophy. Machiavelli's incisive, realistic analysis of politics and power in The Prince provides a counterpoint to utopian political theories, offering instead a grounded, practical understanding of governance. As such, it remains a significant work in political literature, studied and debated for its challenging perspectives on morality, power, and leadership. Number 11. The 95 Theses by Martin Luther. The 95 Theses, written by Martin Luther in 1517, is a pivotal document in the history of Western Christianity. This work, officially titled Disputation on the Power and Efficacy of Indulgences, criticizes the Church's practice of selling indulgences, or pardons for sins, and calls for a return to the original Christian teachings of repentance and faith. Luther's theses triggered a massive theological debate that eventually led to the Protestant Reformation, a major schism in the Catholic Church. His call for religious reforms based on the principle of sola scriptura, Scripture alone, revolutionized Christian theology and practice, leading to the establishment of various Protestant denominations. The effects of Luther's theses extended beyond the realm of religion. They played a crucial role in promoting literacy, as the translation of the Bible into vernacular languages became a central tenet of the Reformation. This work remains a significant symbol of protest against religious corruption and a call for spiritual authenticity and integrity. Number 12. The Declaration of Independence by Thomas Jefferson. The Declaration of Independence, drafted by Thomas Jefferson in 1776, is a seminal document in the history of democracy. It announced the 13 American colonies' break from British rule and their establishment as a new, independent nation. This document is renowned for its powerful assertion of human rights. We hold these truths to be self-evident: that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This statement has become a universal symbol of freedom and equality. Moreover, the universality of its principles continues to inspire movements for rights and freedoms around the world. The Declaration of Independence remains a powerful testament to the enduring desire for liberty and a significant touchstone in the ongoing global dialogue about human rights and democracy. Number 13. The Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith. The Wealth of Nations, authored by Adam Smith in 1776, is a fundamental work in the field of economics. Smith, often referred to as the father of modern economics, presents an in-depth analysis of economic systems, arguing in favor of free market economics and the principle of self-interest guiding economic activities. Smith introduces the concept of the invisible hand, where individual self-interest in free markets leads to economic prosperity. He argues that when individuals act in their interest, they indirectly promote the good of the community. Moreover, he advocates for minimal government intervention, contending that markets can regulate themselves. Despite its age, The Wealth of Nations remains a reference in economic discussions and debates, testifying to its enduring relevance. Its insights into economic systems, market dynamics, and human behavior in the context of commerce continue to resonate in contemporary economic thought. Number 14. The Communist Manifesto by Marx and Engels. The Communist Manifesto, written by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels in 1848, is one of the most influential political documents in world history. It presents a critique of capitalism and a call for the working class's revolution, leading to a communist society. The manifesto argues that society's history is a history of class struggles, with capitalism creating immense wealth for the bourgeoisie at the proletariat's expense. It proposes that the proletariat, or the working class, must overthrow the bourgeoisie, leading to a classless, stateless society where wealth is shared communally. Beyond its political implications, the manifesto also offers an analysis of capitalist society's inherent issues. Its critique of exploitation and inequality under capitalism has resonated with many, leading to various labor reforms and social policies aiming to address these issues. While the vision of a communist society outlined in the manifesto has not been realized as Marx and Engels anticipated, their critique of capitalism continues to inspire debates about economic systems and social justice. The Communist Manifesto remains a powerful call for equality and a significant work in political theory. Number 15. The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. The Origin of Species, published by Charles Darwin in 1859, is a groundbreaking work that revolutionized our understanding of life on Earth. The book presents a comprehensive explanation for the diversity of life forms through the theory of evolution by natural selection. In The Origin of Species, Darwin argues that all species of organisms have descended over time from common ancestors through a process he called natural selection, in which traits that enhance survival and reproduction become more common in successive generations. This work had a transformative impact on biology, effectively founding the modern field of evolutionary biology. Its concepts have shaped our understanding of life's complexity and biodiversity, providing a unifying framework for the life sciences. Despite controversies and challenges, the principles of The Origin of Species have withstood rigorous scientific scrutiny, becoming a cornerstone of biological science. Its insights continue to drive scientific research and influence our understanding of life and its history on Earth. Number 16. The Interpretation of Dreams by Sigmund Freud. The Interpretation of Dreams, authored by Sigmund Freud in 1899, is a seminal work in the field of psychoanalysis. In this book, Freud introduces his theory of the unconscious mind and proposes that dreams are a means of accessing this hidden aspect of our psyche. Freud posits that dreams are forms of wish fulfillment, attempts by the unconscious to resolve repressed conflicts and desires. He suggests that by analyzing the symbols and content of our dreams, we can uncover our deepest fears, desires, and motivations. Critics have challenged various aspects of Freud's theories, and many of his ideas have been revised or rejected. However, the significance of the interpretation of dreams in the history of psychology and its influence on our understanding of dreams and the human mind is undeniable. It remains a central text in the study of psychoanalysis and a pivotal work in the history of psychology. Number 17. The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. The Diary of a Young Girl, often known as the Diary of Anne Frank, is an extraordinary document of the Holocaust and a powerful testament to human resilience. Written by Anne Frank, a Jewish teenager hiding from the Nazis in Amsterdam, the diary provides a deeply personal account of life under oppressive circumstances. Frank's diary entries span from 1942 to 1944, detailing her life in hiding, her fears, hopes, and reflections. She vividly describes the challenges of living in concealment, the constant fear of discovery, and the tension and hardships within her hiding place, known as the Secret Annex. Anne's diary continues to inspire discussions about tolerance, human rights, and the destructive consequences of hate. Her spirit, optimism, and faith in humanity, amidst unimaginable adversity, make her diary a lasting symbol of hope and resilience. Number 18. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights by the United Nations. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, adopted by the United Nations General Assembly in 1948, is a milestone document in the history of human rights. It sets out, for the first time, fundamental human rights to be universally protected. The UDHR contains 30 articles outlining a broad range of rights, including civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights. It asserts the inherent dignity and the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family, establishing the principles of equality, non-discrimination, and universality of rights. The UDHR has profoundly influenced international human rights law and the constitutions of many nations. Its principles have informed a wide range of international treaties and national laws, serving as a foundation for the international human rights framework. Despite challenges and criticisms, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights remains a beacon of hope, a powerful affirmation of our shared humanity and fundamental rights. Its vision of a world where everyone enjoys freedom from fear and want, and where rights and dignity are respected, continues to guide our collective pursuit of a more just and equitable world. Number 19. Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. Silent Spring, written by Rachel Carson in 1962, is a seminal work in environmental literature. This book, highlighting the harmful effects of widespread pesticide use, has been instrumental in sparking the modern environmental movement. Carson, a marine biologist by training, meticulously details how synthetic pesticides, especially DDT, adversely affect ecosystems and human health. She criticizes the chemical industry's disregard for these impacts and the government's lack of adequate oversight and regulation. Silent Spring has left a lasting legacy, continuing to inspire environmental activism and influencing discussions about human health and the environment. Its central message, that we are a vulnerable part of the natural world and dependent on it for our survival, remains relevant today as we face ongoing environmental challenges. Number 20. The Feminine Mystique by Betty Friedan. The Feminine Mystique, published by Betty Friedan in 1963, is a groundbreaking work in feminist literature. This book is credited with sparking the second wave of feminism in the United States and beyond. Friedan explores the widespread dissatisfaction felt by American suburban housewives in the post-World War II era, a feeling she famously labeled the problem that has no name. She argues that society's narrow definition of women's roles as wives and mothers stifled their opportunities and potential, leading to a sense of emptiness and discontent. Friedan calls for women to seek fulfillment outside the home, advocating for educational and professional opportunities for women. She challenges the prevailing notion of femininity, arguing that women are individuals who should be allowed to define their own identities and aspirations. While the feminine mystique reflects the experiences of a specific demographic of women, its central theme, the need for women to define and fulfill their potential, has universal resonance. It remains an influential text in feminist literature and a powerful call for women's empowerment.